Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the resource paper. So let me start sharing the screen and then we are going to talk about the resource paper. Okay, so for this is what we're going to be doing is if we would be meeting in class, you'd be getting the topics, we'd be selecting them yourself. If we're not meeting in class, well, then I'm going to be selecting the topics for you this time around. So let's start with section 1, description and standards. Now, the standards that you pick out are for the Florida elementary, for your GACE exam, basically. So there's different sections. You will see them picked out in the Florida State Science Standards. So you might have PS3. You go to that document and look up physical science 3. PS physical science, LS is life science, ES is earth sciences. And so the numbers correspond with what's basically there. So you're going to align that to the Florida CPALM standards. And you might find that some of the elementary ones are actually in 6th grade. So once you make that alignment, so you'll list the physical science 3, elementary standards. Next, what I want you to do is you're going to give me the content for it, okay? So the content is basically, think about it like this. You're going to help your classmates study for the exam. So what is it that they need to know about your particular standard that you have? What's the Cliff Notes? What's the cheat notes version, the cheat sheet? We're not going to be able to have time for everyone to read every single book about the topic. So what is the cheat sheet for your particular standard? Okay, and you're going to put that in. Now this might include pictures. So if you're doing the rock cycle, if you're doing the water cycle, you're probably going to want to copy an image of the rock cycle down. Okay. So for section 3 are going to be website. You need to find 3 different websites. What I mean by that is, so you can't say discovery.com/earthcycle, discovery.com/metamorphic rocks. That's still from discovery.com. So find 3 different websites specifically relevant to your topic. Now, they all don't have to be geared towards your elementary, the levels that you're going to be teaching. It might be oh, this is a great resource for teachers. That's okay too. But they have to be specifically relevant to your topic. So what you're going to do is you're going to give me the link and you're going to give me then the description. Now, the description is not a 1-sentence description. I want a paragraph. What do you have? What's in there? Would you use it? Would you not use it? Would it be good for this? Would it not be good for that? Okay. These should not be lesson plans. They should not be videos. They should be websites giving content information to help you out. So 3 specific to your content. Now, we all know that we really don't have time to do everything we need to do. So, especially in elementary school, especially in sciences, what I want you to do is learn about integrating language, arts, and sciences together for this particular part. So I want you to find 2 books that connect your science content that you could use in maybe your literacy class. Now, I don't want books like, Engaging Elementary Science. Well, that's a very broad book. Again, I want them to be specific. So you might have a topic on sound. So maybe it could be How Do Bats Hear? Or maybe it's How Do I See Things at Night? Or How Do I See Things in a Cave? Now, there could be books that teach the content, like you might want to use the Magic School Bus series or something of that nature, and that's perfect. But they need to be books that I could use in my literacy class in addition to the science and show how the 2 are related. So make sure that when you put the books in, you cite them in APA format and you tell me how the books connect to each other and what you can possibly learn from them. So again, these need to be content specific. Section 4 are going to be your lesson plans. Now, you do not, if I tell my students this all the time, you do not want to make every single lesson a unique, your own. It's going to burn yourself out if you do that. So find 2 lessons that address your particular topic online. Again, 2 different websites. So not just Teachers Help Teachers, here's lesson 1, Teachers Help Teachers, here's lesson 2. 2 different websites, 2 different lesson plans on information that helps you. So give me the link and then give me a description of the lesson plan, maybe what modifications you would want to make it work. What are some things you need to have, okay? Section 5 are your misconceptions. So misconception is an idea that students come into your classroom with that they're already have incorrect. It doesn't mean they're having problems learning. That's a misunderstanding or they're having difficulties with it. But for example, I know that if I'm saying, oh, an object is moving to the right, and I ask you which way is the force, you're going to tell me to the right. That's a misconception because we think if I'm moving to the right, I have to have a force directed to the right with it. No, correct conception, which would be the one thing you have to add, is first, identify the misconception. Second, tell me the correct conception. And that would be you don't know which way a force is being exerted by knowing simply the motion of an object going left or right. The third is what separates out a great teacher from a good teacher, and that's knowing why they have it. And the reason why students think that if an object is moving to the right, there has to be a force exerted to the right, it's because we think, oh, well, way back when it was at rest, in order to get it to move that way, I needed to exert a force that way. And that's absolutely correct. But once the object is in motion, I don't necessarily need that force. So you need to find three misconceptions. Next is your multimedia. So I spent a lot of time watching different shows growing up. So I want you to find a video or a show that relates to your topic. This could be a Bill Nye the Science Guy, Magic School Bus, Brainiacs, anything that relates to your specific topic. Give me the link to the multimedia or the video, YouTube, whatever, and then give me a description about what it is. Next, we have the smartphone app. So I don't want a smartphone app that I can use with anything. So like Kahoot or Clickers or anything like that. I want something specific. So you might be doing astronomy. You have a great app out there, Nighttime Viewer, that shows all the different constellations. So an app specific to your project, your program. So if you have any additional resources, that's great. You can kind of include them in, um, put them in here, or maybe it's just something that you don't exactly know where to go. Now, with this assignment with the posting, so what you're going to do first, we will upload it in Canvas in time because the goal of this project is I want your classmates to have a wealth of resources that they can use in their classroom. So we will have a discussion board, which is going to be your final version that people can download. I can't force everyone to download them, but it's there if people want to use them. Now, you are first going to send it to me via the assignments once they're submitted. I will look at it, I will grade it, I will give you feedback and send it back to you. If you wish to revise it, send it back to me. Make sure you have those revisions and track changes, okay? So I will look at those revisions and I will grade it and I'll send it back to you. If you got the perfect 100%, we're done. If there's maybe something you want to revise again, maybe we revise it a second time. Once you are done with your resource paper, at some point in time during the year, I'm going to create a discussion thread for resource paper. You are going to upload a clean version of your resource paper, okay? So make sure you go over that because what I'm going to be doing is here's your rubric. So not met, partially met, completely met. You want to have completely met all the columns. If there's anything that's a partially met, you can go back and revise. Now, if you completely just don't do half your paper, I'm not going to let you do a revision at that point in time. But the revisions are there to help you. So if you have any questions, concerns, anything you need feedback with, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you, and we'll chat with you soon.